but it's not enough damage to stifle that third base.
Oh. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was a bit strange.
I like to see those kind of builds, though. Only Gumiho does them, and it's a shame we don't get to see Gumiho that much, but it's fun.
Yeah, I would love to see like a proxy Thor again in the
set. I want to see that. Bring the SCVs, pull the boys with it, and you just try and go for the kill.
Like, oh, you're a Kesper Protoss. You were not around when this was a thing. You actually have no experience defending this.
Like start of 2011, man. Like,
yeah, you've literally never seen this before. Like, you will not be able to defend this.
No. We're not gonna certainly not going to see that from Flash. We're going to see a hard macro game for him. It's going to be up to YongHwa to try and go for the aggression here.
Yeah, maybe Oracles would be a decent choice against Flash.
YongHwa is one of these really defensive Protosses as well, though, and so it's hard to see where this game is going to go, other than going to the late game.
We could see a Phoenix opening as well. Stargate really popular in this matchup right now, whether it's Phoenixes or Oracles, because it gives you a lot of flexibility to harass and to do damage earlier, and then also later on, if you go the Oracle route, you can use it to spot drops and help deny drops that way, or the Phoenixes just straight up kill them, shut them down really hard.
Because it is Flash, we have to wait just a little while longer so he gets everything just right. Got to get that ruler out, make sure his chair is the right height.
Yeah,
it's one of the new things we've noticed.
Yeah, I feel like there was recently a lot of discussion about Flash measuring the chair height, in the booth, because he does this all the time. This is what he's famous for. That's why Parting tried to snipe him with a ruler that one time.
That's right.
Only Kanata votes for YongHwa again, but he was right when he voted for Hero. We'll see if he can actually be correct yet again here in his vote for YongHwa.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think anything can happen in this game, but Flash has been looking very strong in the matchup. If he's allowed to, get that macro machine up and running, we did see him recently play against. Was it Hero? It might have been actually. He beat Hero, CJ Hero, in a pretty powerful macro game. It looked really good.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to wait and see like what he's thinking today. What he's got planned, because YongHwa's the type of player that is super defensive. He's a player who really, really likes to basically just max out on Colossi Stalker. He usually avoids Storm. He almost never uses that in this matchup. But back then, when his style was made popular, and he was made very famous by popular English commentator Artosis, was because he was just a very turly Protoss. But back then, we had a totally different meta, and people were not pulling the boys, and there wasn't the same sort of Terran style. So he was considered to be quite successful because Terrans were attacking constantly, and he just kind of just sat there like on the defensive and just absorbed all the damage, and eventually had this maxed out Colossus Stalker army with 3/3. Let's see if he can handle Flash, because Flash is the type of guy who does like to pull the boys. That similar style to Innovation, loves to go double Starport Viking before he does this and just attack with a ton of Vikings, his SCVs, and a heavy Marauder count.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly how the last game went with Flash defeated CJ Hero, but I think he just played very greedy. He got away with it, and he just simply overpowered just by such a sheer supply advantage. Like, he just ran through Hero, and Hero couldn't do anything about it. And I think that was on Echo.
Yeah, I think he just snowballed out of control a little bit, and Flash was able to consistently do damage and eventually get too far ahead in supply, like you just said. YongHwa in recent times gets that downwards purple arrow. 8-7, 2-1 versus Terran. Most of his wins coming from the PvP matchup. He got a new haircut recently, it looks like.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, keeping it short. It's pretty hot out there.
Yeah, it's ridiculously hot out there, man. Long hair is hard to deal with in this weather.
Yeah, you're the long hair master. You know all about that.
I am the master of it, Wolf. It must be hot with the beard too, there.
Yeah, and my hair itself is actually getting to be quite long. I need to do something about that.
Just keep it going, man. Don't stop.
Flash. 7-10 this season. Not the impressive results we saw from him last year. 4-3 versus Protoss and 2-4 versus YongHwa. 6-9 in ace matches, Kappa.
Yeah. Well, he did that on purpose.
No doubt.
Yeah, we haven't seen him much of Flash. He didn't. Oh, he did qualify. Oh, he did do well in Codas. And he's been doing, so-so in Pro League.
I heard he streamed for like 5 minutes the other day.
Was it 5 minutes?
Something like that.
He lost the game. He's like, screw this.
All right, guys, we're going to jump into this right away here. YongHwa versus Flash on Deadwing. right in teal. It's YongHwa for MVP.
Down here in the bottom right, it is Flash. Has to win it to keep KT's dream alive in this match. Though either way, it doesn't matter.
No, it's really just about who they want to face in the playoffs.
It's about they get actually the choice of who they bring to the playoffs. Is it going to be MVP? Is it going to be one of the other teams that are tied up at 3-3?
And it's I guess a bit of pride as well. I wouldn't want to say I lost to MVP, right? If you're supposed to be one of the top 2 teams in Pro League.
No, it definitely is a big loss. I can appreciate calculated, but even then, it's you just don't really want to put your players in that sort of position and be like, okay, guys, we're going to have to lose to this team because we want to play them in the playoffs. It's, what is it? It's not the right thing, Wolf. It's not the right thing to do.
Sure. I mean, it's in fact illegal against the rules. But, if they lose, they can at least say, like, I feel like the key thing here is if they lose, they can at least say, well, we're still fine. There's not as much pressure. Whereas for MVP, if they don't win this, I mean, this is just the first step. Also, Spenu has to make sure that Spenu has to lose as well. So
yeah,
it's like they're relying on SKT, which is out of their control, plus this. So there's a ton of pressure on them. It's very stressful.
Yeah, I think the best probably the best way to approach this. I'm no coach, but I would think like they should have like almost like a kind of like a very easy week before the playoffs. They get to rest a little bit, recharge after the whole round. So maybe they take this one a little bit lightly, which is why we are seeing some pretty unusual upsets today. Seems like some interesting play, but still kind of surprised Life went down the way he did. And TY as well, especially after the amazing run TY had through the IEM Shenzhen qualifier, defeating literally the best players in the world.
Very good point. Maybe celebrating too hard after that one.
It could be it.
Well, let's see what happens in this game. We're already starting to see the factory tech for Flash. Looks like he wants to play this one a bit more drop-oriented. And for YongHwa, just everything standard. I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary here. He doesn't have his second gas yet. So he's going to get a faster Nexus after he cancels that Zealot. And will, of course, then prepare for drops. And Flash is uncharacteristically, especially for a 4-player map, skipping Reapers to get earlier Marines out.
I don't mind this, because he is getting very quick tech behind this. He's going to try to get out of those medivacs ASAP, start applying the pressure. And no doubt, Protoss will probably try to be a little bit more greedy on this kind of map as well, which is why we are seeing that 1 gas into expansion with a very late second. Ooh, Hellions. I like it.
And a very hidden pylon on the left side of the map.
Like
possibly Dark Shrine location?
Maybe, though, that late second gas, it's going to really delay everything.
Could just be for Oracles. Still not a bad place for it. It's closer, harder to scout. But look at that. That's the timing for Dark Shrine.
Yeah, must be a Dark Shrine. Let's see if we can get it up in time, though. These Hellions are going to be on the move soon.
Yeah, and he's going to have very few units to deal with this. In fact, with this late gas, can't make a second Stalker yet. Now he's starting it, but he's not going to have a wall for when these Hellions arrive, especially not if the Stalker's right there.
No, not at all. It's going to be running by.
Ooh, and the Mothership Core's out of position as well. And he's got the Marines to support. This could get gnarly. Let's see what happens here. Alien's now going to just run right past that Stalker. Good micro on the chase, but it's never going to be able to keep up with Hellions.
No.
Needs to pull probes to block here in this choke point. He does not.
Nice block. Oh, but too many got pulled, and now 6 have already gone down.
Just to 2 Hellions. That's already way too much damage, and the Marines denied mining time at the natural, as well as get a few more probe kills, now up to 8. And Blink is actually the tech of choice at this point. He changed his mind. He wants to counterattack quickly and aggressively.
I'm not even sure if that's a good idea. He just lost too many probes for to be really efficiently. And now letting the run by happen once again. Oh, this is a mess.
And I feel like at this point, Flash also knows that probably something aggressive is to follow this up, because he sees nothing in the base. He's seen the entire base. He's like, oh, you've lost a ton of probes, and you don't have any tech here, so you hit something. And if Flash just gets bunkers up at home, he should be able to defend this.
Yeah, he needs to start preparing for defense, but it looks like he just wants to keep applying the aggression. 6 more probes, 12 probes overall have gone down. And now he's got a medivac out. And he's got 2 mines on the way.
Good spawning locations for this. It's going to be there much faster. This is still a very scary follow-up that YongHwa is going to do, because the reason why it's somewhat scary is because the Terran has nothing to defend. Like, he's got 2 Marines and a Widowmine at home. But if he takes any more damage here, he's not going to be able to reinforce his Stalkers, and even simply 1 bunker and an SCV repair will probably be enough, because YongHwa won't be able to consistently reinforce.
Here comes a double drop. Is he paying attention? I think he is.
He is.
Keep it alive for now.
But no detection.
What? Takes 4 more probes, but he pulled him back for a second. This is some really sloppy play from YongHwa.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Flash is going to drop now at the natural.
If he gets his drop down, nope, not going to get it down. But if he did, it would make the mining so difficult with no detectors on the map for YongHwa.
Now, it looks like Flash has already started to realize that there's going to be a follow-up gateway attack, so he's kept his units back up in the main base, pulled out his SPs, and loses dropship, though. Oh, maybe not, just barely. And Stalker's not too concerned about this because they could blink away anyways. Oh, that medevac away. That's going to be important to defend this. He's got 2 bunkers up here in very strategic locations. He is repairing that medevac. Smart choice. Not a lot of Marauders out on the map, though. Just pure Marine here with just that reactor. The Stalkers actually blink through. They don't have a lot of room to work with, but taking some damage on that Widowmine.
Yeah, big damage there. Still going to do a lot of damage, though. You know, he's getting to the back of the base. There just isn't many Marines. There's no stim at all, and as you said, no Marauders.
Yeah, but now he's got to blink forward because he doesn't have anywhere else to run. He does avoid the SCVs this way. No Marines in the bunker, and he's just targeting them down individually. Blinks back again here. More Stalkers have joined the battle.
Hey, he's actually finding some real damage here. You know, if he keeps this up, he might be able to whittle down Flash just enough. He's next to a bunker again, though, so he has to pull back for now. But 12 SCVs.
No detection. He's not mining from his main base. And if a Widowmine comes over here, he's not going to be able to mine here either.
Oh, no. And here we go.
He's
Big
not
damage.
paying attention.
Oh, somehow only 3 go down.
I guess it's because he just doesn't have that many probes in general.
Yeah, it could be it.
Blinking forward again, though. This is his last chance. He used his blink. Cannot escape.
Man.
And we'll lose 2 more Stalkers. Make that 3.
Make it all of them.
And this attack is finished.
It's done. There's no way. He's going to find another way in. And Flash should be able to close this out. It's just going to be a matter of time because these mines are still camping the probe lines. There's nothing he can do about it either. Nothing.
Yep. He's going to go for this last-ditch attempt. Blink past the bunker. But there's too many reinforcements now. Plus, look at all these Widowmines. The SCVs are going to block here. And this should be the end. We are looking to go to an ace match here, Moonglade.
So we are. Flash keeping the dream alive.
Widowmines are strong against no detection.
They're pretty powerful. It would have to be the most powerful state.
Yep.
No detection at all. And
well, trying to cutely micro out of here. Oh, even misclicks that.
YongHwa gonna draw this game out. This is mines dropping on top of the Stalkers, and 1 Stalker remains, 2 more being warped in.
Never gonna work. He's just got no probes left. I mean, as I was saying earlier, it's not an issue of the drops killing him straight up. It's just an issue of him not being able to reinforce and eventually just running out of steam with these Stalkers. Micro could have been a little bit better, but Flash just knew exactly what he's going to be up against. Reacted very well.
And here we go again. 3 Stalkers going to try and get the damage done. But it's never going to be enough.
He's microing like a champ. Let's kill 1 more medevac, but I think he's going to type out here, GG. We're going to an ace match. And MVP's entire playoff fate will be determined by this next match. And, of course, the SKT matchup later, but this is the first step, and they need this ace match win now. The map is going to be Cactus Valley. Who do you think we're going to see from MVP?
Oh, man. I think we might see Gumi here.
I think we're going to see YongHwa, despite the fact that he just lost. They like to play him in ace matches. They like to play him on big maps. I think we're going to see YongHwa versus Life. Even though Life lost as well, like Life can beat YongHwa. I think they're going to expect him there. Life, we've seen him on Cactus Valley before. We could see Zest, but then you run the risk of Zest in the PvP ace match where he tends to actually fail.
Yeah, I maybe. Oh, this is a tough one.
We could see Stats as well. Might be a safer pick.
That could actually be the right choice here. Cactus Valley. Oh man, I like Stats actually. I think that'd be